Good morning, students. With today's video, we will begin the video series for the subject Advanced Statistics Semester 6. As you are aware, it is very difficult to teach a subject like statistics without a blackboard or a whiteboard and the students in front of me, but yet I will make this attempt of bringing out the best to you. Remember that these videos will be posted in addition to the live classes that we will be taking. I hope you make the best use of the resources that are available to you. So, in Unit 1, we have to study correlation analysis. So, first of all, let us understand what is correlation. There exists some kind of a causal in the sense cause and effect relationship between two variables. Let us say the two variables are the area of a circle and the radius. We know that the greater the radius, the greater will be the area of the circle. So we will say that there is a causal relationship between these two variables. We will find many such variables such as the height and the weight of students, the marks in the various subjects, the correlation between the age of husband and age of wife. These are a few examples. So whenever there exists some kind of relationship between the two variables, we say that there is correlation among the variables. That is, the movement in one variable will cause a corresponding movement in the other variable. Whenever there is any change in one variable, that will also result in a change in the other variable. Now let us see what are the types of correlation. The correlation types are classified on various, there are various basis for classification. The first one is on the basis of direction. On the basis of direction, correlation is said to be of two types, positive or negative. Now, if one variable increases and the other also increases, or if one variable decreases and the other variable also decreases, we will say that the correlation among these variables is positive. They move in the same direction. So when an increase or a decrease in one variable leads to an increase or a decrease in the other, one increases, the other increases. One decreases, the other also decreases. We will say that there is a positive correlation. Example, demand and price. Now, negative correlation is said to exist when the movement of the variables is in the opposite direction. Here, when we were talking of positive, one increases, other increases. One decreases, other decreases. So the movement was in the same direction. They either move up or they move down. When we talk of negative correlation, the movement is in the other direction, opposite directions. When one increases, the other decreases. When one decreases, the other increases. The movement is in opposite directions, and we will say that there is a negative correlation between the two variables. For example, supply and price. On the basis of the ratio of change, correlation is of two types, linear and non-linear. When we talk of linear correlationship, we are talking of the ratio of change between the two variables. If a constant ratio is maintained, whatever is the amount by which one variable increases, if the other variable increases by the same amount, that is, there is a constant ratio that is maintained even when they move, the variables are said to be in a linear correlation. You will understand this with the table. Here we are talking of two variables, x and y, which have a ratio of 3:1. When y is 1, x is 3, which means that x is 3 times of y. You look at the values of y. When y is 10, x is 3 times, that is 30. The ratio is 3 is to 1. When y is 20, x is 3 times, 20 into 3 is 60. So again a ratio of 3 is to 1 is maintained. When y is 30, x is 90, that is 3 times of x. 90 is to 30. If you break this down, it will result into 3 is to 1. 3 ones are 3, 3 threes are 9. If y becomes 50, x becomes 3 times, that is 150. So the ratio of 3 is to 1 is maintained in this movement, and hence we will say that x and y have a linear relationship. Suppose the value of y decreases. If y becomes 5, then x will be 15, 3 times of y. Non-linear or curvilinear correlation will exist when the amount of change in one variable does not bear a constant ratio to the amount of change in the other variable. The movements in the variables happen independently of each other. No ratio is maintained in the movements. For example, if the amount of fertilizers used is double, it will not necessarily double the output of a crop. On the basis of the number of variables, correlation is simple correlation, only 2 variables. Multiple correlation, more than 2 variables. Partial correlation, what happens in partial correlationship is that the relationship between 2 or more variables is examined and some other variables are excluded. Even though these variables affect the total results, only a few are examined. That is partial correlation. In total correlationship, all the variables that are relevant are examined, all of them. So this may not be practically feasible at times. Now we will move on to the next important part, which we will be using in all our problem solutions, and that is the degree of correlation. We will be studying Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation. I will be discussing the formula with you. Now, when we apply Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation formula, we will get a value called R, and we call that as the coefficient of correlation. The value of R tells us what degree of correlation exists between the two variables. We will say that there is a perfect correlation, a perfect positive correlation between the variables if the value of R is +1, and a perfect negative correlation between the variables if the value of R is -1. If the value of R is 0.9 or more, plus 0.9 or more, we will say that there is a very high degree of positive correlation. If the value of R is -0.9 or more, we will say that there is a very high negative correlation. If the value of R is between +0.75 to +0.09, we will say that there is a fairly high degree of correlation, fairly high degree of positive correlation between the variables if the value of R is between 0.5 to 0.75 to 0.9. If the value of R lies between -0.5 to -0.9, we will say that there is a fairly high degree of negative correlationship among the variables. There will be a moderate degree of positive correlation if the value of R lies between 0.5 to 0.75, and a moderate degree of negative correlation if the value of R is between -0.5 to -0.75. There will be a low degree of correlation, a low degree of positive correlation if the value of R is between +0.25 to +0.5, and a low degree of negative correlation if the value of R is between -0.25 to -0.5. A very low degree of correlation will exist when the value of value of R is less than 0.25, and a very low relationship, negative correlationship will exist when the value of R is less than minus 0.25. There is a typing error over here. Very low correlation exists when the value of R is less than 0.25, and here it will be less than minus 0.25. For negative correlation, very low negative correlation, value of R less than minus 0.25. Very low positive correlation, value of R less than 0.25. And there is an absence of correlationship when the value of R is 0. So with this, we will stop here, and in the next class, we will begin with the formulae for Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation and a problem with its solution. So that's all from me. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.